you really have to emphasize these pains as well.
And then also it's just like how much the company is actually understanding you, right? Because if they understand your pain and they're using your words, the exact words you are using to describe your pain, then you know that, okay, I can trust them because they speak my language. They speak what I actually feel and live through day to day.
Okay, so I would like to show our listeners a few example questions, and we will put it the whole list in the show notes. Just I would like to highlight a few. So to uncover pains, you can ask customers what makes your customers feel bad. What are their frustrations, annoyances? I know you like this question that what's keeping your customers awake at night? Also, what risk do your customers feel? And how, okay, current solutions. How are your current value proposition underperforming for your customers? And the last thing is how do your customers define too costly? And it's important to measure things. First, what do you say? It takes a lot of time, too much money, substantial effort. What is too costly for them? And second, for example, somebody said it takes too much time to wait in line. How much is too much time? Is it 1 minute, 5 minutes, 20 minutes? So you need to measure these pains. What is too much?
Even just like using scales. So that's, for example, used in pain management in clinical settings, that they always ask, what is your pain level from 1 to 10? And when it's 10, they don't judge it. It's personally, it's 10, so they give you painkillers, right? But they have to understand, because some people are just saying, yeah, it's extremely painful. And what is the pain level from 1 to 10? It's like, yeah, it's 5. Then it's like kind of like normal, right? Painful compared to lying on a beach, on a sunny beach, right? So that's why you always have to at least put in a comparative sense to a scale from 1 to 10 to understand, like, okay, get a glimpse of what someone means when they say a lot of waiting, for example, or it's cost a lot. What does it mean exactly?
Last things are grains, which are usually the benefits. And we will put the uncovering questions in the show notes. But again, it's important to measure and ask people the actual number. So if somebody answers the salary increase is a gain, ask them how much percent, how much money salary increase would be a gain in your case. Then the last thing is to prioritize, and it's very important. So for example, in a group interview, we uncover all the jobs and put it in little sticky notes. We uncover all the gains, all the pains, put it in little sticky notes. And we start to put it on the wall and ask participants to make it in order. We show them 2 sticky notes. Which is more important for you? They choose one. We put it up. Then we repeat the process with all the little cards, and we will have a priority list. What is their most important job? What is their most important pain and gain?
That's quite complicated. How can it be done? What is the simplest minimum viable research that someone can do this in this regard?
When you conduct even just a few minute interview with somebody, you will uncover, if you focus on these jobs, you will uncover these jobs and you will try to phrase them. So for example, in McDaniel's, in a university case, okay, so we talked about that you want to get a good job after the school. So one of your so-called jobs, and you can use this terminology it's not that complex. So you can say that one of the most important things for you in a university is to get an American degree so you can work anywhere in the world or things like that. And they say, yes, it's important for me. And also mention that partying in Budapest is something important for you. Yeah, right, it's right. So which is more important for you? Being able to work anywhere in the world or partying in the next 4 years? And they will say, oh, partying in the next 4 years. So put this job up in the priority list, and it can be in notes. You can put in a screen sharing, you can put it in a paper, you can write it down. There are so many possibilities.
If you, for example, let's say you are a content creator and you want to research your audience and you don't have much resource at hand, then you can basically just approach 1 or 2 followers and ask them to get an interview, and you just make notes and ask questions, and they don't even have to see it, right? Because you can just like ask these questions and making this list and prioritizing yourself on your screen without them seeing. So it's not necessary them to see. So